Niwan Maga, letter number 4. Development of Sila. We know quite a lot about Sila, at least the theoretical aspect of it. However, the theoretical knowledge alone will not lead to the purification of the mind, as was amply explained in the previous letters. The following incident that occurred during Lord Buddha's time illustrate the point of how we can get rid of desire. As we know, desire is one of the main culprits that lead us to astray and lures us into unwholesome deeds. In the Brahmana Sutra, to Anahaba Brahman, a Brahman named Anaba, a merchant, asked Venerable Ananda, Master Ananda, what is the aim of this holy life lived under Gautama, the contemplative? Venerable Ananda's answer to this question was, Brahman, the holy life is lived under the Blessed One with the aim of abandoning desire. Venerable Ananda further goes on to explain that desire is extinguished by desire. The Brahman was perplexed and questioned Venerable Ananda again how desire can be distinguished by desire, as it seemed to him to be an endless task. Venerable Ananda took the example of the Brahman's desire to visit the Buddha and showed how the Brahman's desire to visit the Buddha was accomplished through his desire, persistence, intent and discrimination to perform the task. Once the task was accomplished, there was no more desire. Refer the Sutra for contemplate story. The Brahman was that the Brahman saw that the prescribed path was not endless, as he first thought, but one with an end. What Venerable Ananda showed the Brahmans were 4 skills that we are born with. What are these 4 skills? They are desire, effort, determination, and thinking. We apply this to any daily activity that we perform. For instance, take the activity of making a cup of tea. You want to drink a cup of tea, desire. Get the water to boil, etc. Effort. Make sure the milk, sugar is available. Determination. And make the cup of tea, wisdom. This is only a simple task, just to illustrate the point. It is important to recognize that these 4 steps are needed to achieve the activity, whether wholesome or unwholesome. Now we have to discern what is unwholesome and not to perceive that. In that words, we have to steer away unwholesome activities. How can we do this? Association of Kalyana Mitra and following their guidance. Practice these instructions diligently. Be persistent in the practice rather than sporadic. In summary, it means that we are being wholesome in speech, action, and thought. The result is the transformation of the mind to a wholesome one. When one's mind is wholesome, there is no room for unwholesomeness. Just think, if you are kind, do you have to get rid of cruel or revengeful thoughts? Or if you are habitually truthful, do you have to avoid lying? You may now realize that the very act of abandoning unwholesome activities result in the nurturing and development of wholesomeness. Sila can only be developed with wholesome mind. Only wholesome activities help us to develop Sila and will take us towards liberation or Nibbana. If your goal is Nibbana, then the foundation to achieve is to laid by Sila. Without Sila, there is no way one can achieve liberation. Sila is the foundation. Just as the building needs a strong foundation, if it is to be strong and unshakable, so does a steadfast, unwavering mind need to be supported by wholesome thoughts, kusala chitta. Lord Buddha explained many accepts of Sila at different times. As a character builder example, we categorize people as hardworking, lazy, wicked, depending on their behavior. As a weapon to restrain sense faculties. As one of the 7 purifications, Sila Visuddhi. As one of the path factors, Sila, Samadhi, and Panna. As one of the 37 factors of enlightenment. Sila has to be practiced and maintained continuously so it becomes habitual. It's a skill that is developed for the long term to enable us to reach Nibbana. That means it is beneficial in this life as well as in the next lives and becomes one of the 10 parami of perfection. In the next letter, we will discuss 4-way, protective Sila, and 4 extension.